Good evening. Welcome to the Nick Shine Show. I'm your host, Nick. Thank you for being here with me. Here's what we're going to do tonight. First, we're going to discuss what other pieces the New York Jets could possibly add to this roster. Then, we're going to have some fun. Sound good? It's Friday night. Let's hang. Let's have a good time. Got some stories for you that you may like. And let's kick it off with this.
Hey, all you shiners, it's time for something cool. I'm here to do my part. I'll drop a stinky fart. No chicken soup for you. I'm gonna eat it up. And then I'll do a show and talk about the Green Hornet. I got a new laptop. You know it doesn't suck. I'll need to keep it down when I'm making too much noise. My mom will pull the plug and Dennis smack my ass, and that will surely blow. Hey, fuckers, it's time for the Nick Shine Show.
Hi. You are a dick, Matthew. But at least you're consistent. Happy holidays, everyone.
Hey, Shiners. It's a party. My house. Discord party.
Let's get beat.
Yo, we at Sean's crib about to turn up. Music bumping, party jumping. Please someone fill my cup. We greet each other. Merry Christmas! And let the Jets suck while Bobby yells at scandal.
Shut the fuck up.
Then Gary intervenes and tells them don't be mean. Eat a stick of butter every day and you'll be lean. Then Santa runs off. I hope we left some gifts because Bobby scared him off. He's on the naughty list. This whole party's lit. Nate Clancy, many more, we hardly fit. And Addison and Weed bought that Marley spliff. I lick on my lips cause old Jenna G make my heart beat skip. Damn Charles Gorman, was that how far you ripped? Too much head in your the hot dogs and chips. Now I want my dip. Tell me where the hell is Santa? He ran so quick. I checked the bathroom and
Let's get beat.
Gentry covered in football.
any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube if you don't know. The Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime as Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, so get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube if you don't know. The Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Welcome, my friends. It's a shine time. Shine time. It's time to talk about the Jets. Don't you know it's shine time? Shine time. It's shine time. Time to be with my friends. Hey, have you seen my toe?
It's gone. It's gone. It shall not return. You know what will return? The Jets to the playoffs. When? I don't know. I'm not that good. Could they do it this year? Could they? I think the schedule is favorable. I think a healthy New York Jets team this year could, in fact, make a playoff push. Do they get there? Some things got to go their way. Ball's got to bounce their way. Maybe a couple calls go their way. Maybe we make a kick and the other team misses the kick. Maybe we score the late touchdown as time expires instead of the other team doing it. Is this roster good enough, though? Are there some pieces that still need to be added to this team? Let's go through that. Although Twitter would like you to believe that there is a major uproar and panic because a guy who never took a snap for us retired, and Jordan Travis, unfortunately, had his career ended before it even began. It's not that much of a big deal. We don't even know what Jordan Travis was or could be. So as much as Twitter likes to create a drama like a bunch of cackling hyenas as soon as something happens in the Jets world, let's be realistic, because that's what we do here on this channel. That's what you get here that you might not get from everywhere. Sure, there's other places that do it, but I pride myself on this channel and the takes that I put out there. It's not a big fucking deal about QB3. You can find QB3 anywhere. Jordan Travis did not solidify him as anything but a hopeful player. We hoped maybe he could be something. This regime didn't even draft him. This regime knew there was issues with his recovery because he retired right after the draft. He doesn't spring that upon them. They were very well aware. They picked up Cook as an undrafted free agent. They had Martinez. If you get the QB3 in your season, come here. Your season's fucking done anyway. So can we not act like losing QB3, who may have not even been QB3, is a big deal? You can pick anybody up and plug them in. Now, running back room, I think the running back room may be as strong as it's been since Thomas Jones, Sean Green. It's a very, very strong running back room right now. With Hall, Allen, Davis, and potentially even Edwards. I think the running back room is set. It's just a matter of Edwards makes it or doesn't. But I think he could push for a roster spot, if not even including pushing Davis for his spot if they only want to go with 3. But with a team that we expect to be a power run team time and time again, I think I'm leaning towards 4 running backs on this roster. 5 if you count Fields. Wide receiver. There's a conversation we can have, ladies and gentlemen. Some people think Lazard may be on the move. I think we all wanted him cut. I think we all hope he gets traded. I think there's a strong possibility that move takes place. They reduced his salary to make it easier to trade him, or less of a hit if he gets cut. But if that move gets made, you bet your ass we're going to bring somebody else in. 100%. You have to. He's your main blocker right now. He's your big target. You gotta replace that if you move on from him. I would even like someone if we keep him. I know they drafted Smith. I know they have inherited Corley, who doesn't have much of a resume. Again, it's a guy we hope can be something. But I think wide receiver is a place to keep an eye on, especially if somebody shakes free in training camp. Those late cuts, they could go and find someone, maybe even bring someone in after week 1 that doesn't have a full guaranteed salary. You see a lot of that happen with some players, with some of the veterans. Tight end, I think we're okay at tight end. I'd be shocked. You just put a 2nd-round pick into Taylor. You got Ruckert. You got Smart. And you still have Kuntz. It have to be a massive, massive failure by one of these guys to go and attack that position this late in the offseason. Offensive line, you never have too many offensive linemen. I think with Max Mitchell and Carter Warren as your backup tackles, you might see a move there. You might see them upgrade with maybe a proven veteran. You got Carter Warren, Max Mitchell, Akamanova, however you say his name, Olu, and Membu. I wouldn't be mad if we brought in a more proven veteran to mentor, teach, and acclimate those young tackles. Olu had the luxury of being with Tyron Smith last year. And man, who's the other guy? Jesus Christ, the right tackle went to New England. It was Baltimore. My mind just went blank. Morgan Moses. You hope Olu was a sponge. Everything we heard early in training camp in the offseason was that Olu was sitting there to listen, learn, absorb. Hopefully he did that. But that's not enough in year 2 to become that veteran. Center, Titman, Myers, probably okay there. Guard, you got Simpson, you got AVT. Guard could be a place. I don't know if I'm too excited about the depth at guard. I'm actually trying to pull it up right now. Let's look. OL, where are you? Linebacker. OL. Zach Bailey. These might be roster invites. Cole Laval. Xavier Newman. He's got some time playing with us. Leander Wiegand is the Germany project. There's not a lot of guys to get excited about at the guard depth. You know, special teams, still got Morstead. You brought in McNamara. Quarterbacks, Fields, Taylor, Martinez, Cook, like I said earlier. Safety room, Tony Adams, Cisco. Monroe, Simpson. I don't even have the kid from Alabama on here. I hate the Jets. The Jets website is the worst website for anything to do Jet related. It really is. Stats and roster, it's literally the worst fucking place to go to for it. Excuse me. Safety. You know, I think D tackle, and let's be real with linebacker. You got Zaire Barnes, Jamin Davis, Francisco Maagua, Jackson Sermon, Rashad Weaver, Quincy Williams, and Jamian Sherwood. Last year, we felt comfortable with Mosley and Quincy with Sherwood as the backup. What backup do you feel most comfortable with right now? I think linebacker, Davis is probably your most seasoned linebacker. But I'm not comfortable with Davis playing play after play. I think you look at linebacker depth, a possible safety, D tackle. I think cornerback we're set. Cornerback to the defense is running back to our offense. The cornerback room is set. The cornerback room is okay. It's better than okay. It could be one of the top cornerback rooms in all of football, in my opinion. But if somebody shakes free at safety that they like, or linebacker, I wouldn't be surprised if we pounce. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I know it's late night. It's the late night show with Nick Shine. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Thank you for being here. A little bit of show news, what we got going on right now. All right? We just finished up the quarterback raffle. More on that in a minute. We got the running back raffle going on right now. $5 super chats, gifted memberships, get you an entry. The higher your donation, the higher your raffle amount and bonuses. Lots of bonuses flying off the shelf here. We got a Freeman McNeil autographed jersey. We have a Curtis Martin autographed mini helmet. And we have a Thomas Jones mini helmet. Now, if you're interested, you may get a special delivery like this guy did today. Come on. Bloop, 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 bloop. Ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon, I had the pleasure of meeting up with my twin, the winner of the Ken O'Brien autographed jersey, the big fella. I know what you're thinking right now. Handsome Nick over there, handsome Nick over here, big fella looks like Nick. This is like a lady's dream right now. And some of you guys probably dream about this too. I don't judge. Be who you are. Went to the Millburn Deli. If you are in New Jersey and you have not eaten at the Millburn Deli yet, like I didn't, like 12 hours ago, I had still not even stepped foot into that place. You need to go. Absolutely awesome. Got to deliver his victory jersey. Got to hang out, good conversation, and a great meal. Great meal. The item that I was most drawn to on the board was like grilled chicken, mozzarella, peppers, but it's called Gossip Girl. I couldn't bring myself to order that, so I had to go with a grilled number 8 instead. But awesome seeing the big fella. Ricky, New York, with a great comment. Don't get demonetized showing a pic of 2 nuts and 1 dick. Good comment, Ricky. Members of the Discord, the call-in link is posted in the lobby. Feel free to join, hang out, discuss the New York Jets, discuss basketball. Big game tomorrow. Huge game. But again, shout out to the big fella. If you want to have this opportunity, or if you're local, I will hand deliver it to you. You got to be in the raffle. Got to get in the raffle. Get your entries in, ladies and gentlemen. And maybe you could have that awesome lunch with yours truly. Breaking news in the chat. Congratulations, Matthew. Congratulations, Clancy. Hey, man. Whatever you like, you like. No judgment here, pal. It's a judgment-free zone in that dimension. Tom Ace, going to sleep with the buttery voice of Nick Shine in the background. Sweet dreams, all. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to submit any sultry super chats for me to read so Tom Ace can fall to sleep to some seductiveness. Look at Clancy quoting Kevin Garnett as the Knicks are about to play the Celtics. Is he giving up on the Knicks? Shout out to everyone in the chat. Thanks for being here. Like I said, Discord members, you pay for perks. The perk is there. Take advantage of it. Whoa. Hold on a second. Oh man. Let's hope that. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, wait, it's over here. Maybe we'll discuss that again someday. You're a nice guy. Stacks. I only pay for happy endings. All right. I guess you're betting on the Celtics. Now, I'm not trolling. I'm going to give a fair, honest assessment of this series. All right, we'll talk a little basketball. It's the Nick Shine Show. Talk about whatever the hell I want. As a Knick fan, you can't be overconfident. You've been down by 20 in back-to-back games. Is it remarkable that they've come back? Absolutely, 100%. Incredible heart, will, all of the adjectives you want to throw, check and check, both games. However, let's look at it from a non-New York Knicks perspective. You've been down by over 20 in both games, which means you haven't been able to hang with them early. If they find a way to keep that pace, keep that rhythm, it could get very ugly. It could. That possibility is there also. You can also use the other side of this discussion and say that if the Knicks play better early, the Celtics don't have a chance. Sure. That's why you play the game. I don't think the Celtics are out. Championship team, we know. Knicks haven't played well at home. You have to factor that in as also. I think they lost 2 out of 3 at home to Detroit. If the Knicks win tomorrow, thoughts and prayers for Manhattan. Manhattan may burn to the ground tomorrow. If they go up 3-0 against Boston, if you have children, pets, loved ones, get them the hell out of Manhattan. It will be end of days type of things tomorrow at dinner time in New York City. You have tickets to a play? Sell them. Cancel. No show. You're going out to dinner? Stay in New Jersey. Go to Long Island. Way out on Long Island. But it will be fun. I think it's going to be a good series. I think it's going to go long. I think that you may get 7 out of this one. I know Knicks fans don't want to hear that. Obviously, you want it done as soon as possible. But I think you're going to see a prolonged series. Nick, I had a Jets question. Any shot Williams' brother will make it to make 3 of them on the team? I don't know much about him yet. I think we'll know more when pads get on. Read an article today that basically said they don't even put the guys that they drafted with the guys competing to get on the roster. You don't want a guy who's giving everything he's got going up against one of your draft picks that you invested in and have the chance of him getting hurt. So that's a new thing around the league. So you're not going to see Membu going against a guy trying to make a name for himself, right? You're not going to risk those guys getting injured. So the walk-ons who have the roster invites, we got to see when pads get on, right? When bullets start flying. He's got the pedigree, got the work ethic. You got to give the Williams family that, man. They've all taken different paths to get to this level, but they've all made it to this level. Quinnen was number 3 overall pick, star, Alabama. Brother made it to Jacksonville, didn't make it. We picked him up off the scrap heap, makes it up to All-Pro, works, develops, learns. And now the youngest brother has the opportunity to do the same. I think the chips are on his side, right? Chips aren't stacked against him. You could say, it's a walk-on. But, yeah, he's got 2 brothers on the team who will push, who will pull, who will hope for him. And don't think that the rest of the defensive players will not be rooting for him. Football is family. Quinnen and Quincy are family. Don't think Sauce and others are not going to welcome him in and root for him and help him to develop him, to be a part of the family. There's a lot to go for that, man. There's a lot to be said of that. The Bat Fella with a super chat. Thank you, the Bat Fella. Mazel tov to Matt and Clancy. Aww. May your first child be a masculine one. Great lunch today, Nick. We didn't even get a ticket. Had to go to bed soon. Daughter has a game early in the morning. Love y'all. Good luck tomorrow. And safe travels, big fella. Safe travels early next week. And enjoy the road trip with your boy. Ricky, New York. Nick, speaking of pedigree, your thoughts on Ryan Clark's kid making the team? I don't think he made the team. Same thing. He's got a roster invite, right? To be determined. Good pedigree. Went to Notre Dame. Played in some, important football games. Listen, I don't root against anybody that's wearing our jersey, that's wearing our colors. Work your ass off. Show that you belong. Look at last year. 3 defensive linemen made it. Why can't we have more? Sometimes you're in a bad scheme in college. It doesn't suit your skill set, but you're stuck there. Sometimes you get in the right scheme in the NFL. Like, why was he bad in college, but he hit the NFL and it just worked? Coaching. Maybe the way they teach is different. Maybe the way you learn matches with what they teach and how they teach it. There's a lot to be said for scheme fit, coaching techniques, how a player learns. All of that comes in and gets factored into a player making it or not making it, right? All right, we'll turn this into questions. You want to ask questions? Go ahead. Nobody wants to call in and talk? Shoot some Jets questions out. We'll go through your questions. By we, I mean me and my other personalities. Let's see what we got. This is a fair point. Matthew is known as being a troll, but sometimes a troll can make a really good point. Yeah. I don't think Michael Clemens deserves to be on the team. I don't think Xavier Gibson, I know the big fellow mentioned that earlier in a comment. Those are 2 guys that don't deserve. I wouldn't be surprised if Watts or McGregor, if their spots are up for grabs as well. Guys who were on the team last year that might not make it. I know somebody who rides a bike around New York may not like this. I think Stiggers could be in trouble. Wasn't this regime that drafted you? And then they draft a cornerback in a 3rd? Could spell the end of him. They like Oliver. Oliver can be a safety corner combo. His chances of making the team, I got to see more on him. I really don't watch Notre Dame football. I don't support that product at all. So I haven't seen much of him as a player. But I like Tony Adams. I think Tony Adams was in a scheme that didn't fit him. Amateur front hour Friday night. Leave the text messages on. Damn, girl. You know I'm on a show. Chill. Wait in line. It's just Addison. I'm kidding. So I'm not too familiar with Clark's game, but we'll see. I'll learn more on him as he's in camp and the stories that come out. Good night, Quest. Have a good one. Yeah, I'm not going to be on too long. I found out tonight after I set up the stream that they did put me on the schedule for recreation tomorrow with soccer. And I got to be up early. Knob, still trying to get that value from his 2 Michael Clemens jerseys that he purchased. I don't think there's any chance in hell that happens. Oliver was a free agent, and they signed him. They want him there. They want that flexibility. I'm not saying Stiggers is definitely gone, but there's no way Oliver's gone. They signed him. They wanted him. And Villette, New York Knicks, so much better this year with sustained health. Are they? I don't know. I don't watch them, but I feel like Boston just shit the bed in 2 games after having massive leads. And I felt that if they just stayed playing at that same level, you're down 0-2, and you're down 0-2 bad. And it's woe is me, end of the world. But I'm also trying to bait Knicks fans into clicking the call-in link and coming in. For those of you in the Discord, here you go. If you're too lazy to go over there, keep firing your Jets question away. Your Jets questions. Alan says Mason Taylor wishes he becomes Dallas Clark. Is he that good of a route runner? I always remember Dallas Clark being an elite route runner. He was a guy who could get vertical. He also had one of the greatest quarterbacks ever getting him the ball vertically with elite weapons on the side with Wayne and Harrison. I mean, if he becomes Dallas Clark, that's a great pick, right? Matthew, the great question. Oh, this is just Jets questions? No. Stacks, do we sign another receiver? I opened up with that in the beginning. If we move Lazard, then yeah, definitely. I would still like one, but I don't know if they're going to do that. With Smith, with Corley, with Reynolds, I think Gibson's gone. There's one other name I'm forgetting. The guy we signed from the Rams. Oh, Jets Johnny with a good one. What game on the schedule are you most interested in? I'll go out of division, all right? Because you always love the division games. Not attending. Just which game? I'm interested in Cincinnati. I want to see if we can score with Cincinnati. I want to see if we could stop Cincinnati. I love watching Joe Burrow play. Joe Burrow, to me, is the best passer in all of football. So I want to see, and I'm hoping to God that game is around Thanksgiving, the week before or the week of Thanksgiving. And that'll be after Nikki's football season. And we can head there. But with that being said, that'll be like the week 1 opener. But me and Nikki want to get to Cincinnati for that game. And whatever game is in that mid-November time before the holidays, but after his football season will be the road game that we go to. But and they're a playoff team. And if they're a healthy team, they are an AFC contender. So outside of Buffalo, that's the game that I want to see the measuring stick. Secondly, Baltimore. Can we run the ball? Can we do what we want to do? Can we impose our will on Baltimore? A team that is historically known for dominating the trenches on both sides. That's a measuring stick game. Do you get the shit kicked out of you in the trenches, or you do the shit kicking? Is this the movie Cars? I'll go with McQueen because I don't know what character Strip Weathers is. That was kids weren't really into that movie. It was like gone. It was done already by the time they were kids. Alan, I think the Jets should explore the tight end market for veteran number 2 option. Yeah, I said earlier in the opening that if Ruckert falls flat on his face and doesn't look good, that could be a spot. If Taylor is slow to acclimate to the NFL and the scheme and the route tree, you could see a veteran pulled in. I don't think Smart is that elite of an option. But that's your veteran, right? Ruckert's your veteran in year 3. Kuntz is year 2. You don't have a very exciting. Now, if Taylor comes in and Taylor shows, hey, I fell in the draft. I should have been drafted higher. Now you're looking at something where you got a quality room. But if Taylor's a question mark and you don't think you can play him right away, that's a problem. Wild Wave with a question. What's up, Wild Wave? How long do you expect this rebuild to take? You've seen Houston, Arizona, Detroit take at least 2-3 years. What do you expect? I expect to see a team be competitive this year. And like I said in the opening, if they compete, stay healthy, the schedule is not scary. It's not. Take a look at it. We went through it the other day. A lot of winnable games on there. If it changes from last year and we win those close games instead of losing those close games and our defense is fresh late in the year, why can't we win 8, 9, or maybe even 10, right? If everything goes right. But I think next year, I think next year is the year that you really go all in. Not all in where you're making crazy roster moves to go win a Super Bowl. But next year's the year where year 2 of a system, you're going to have players signed long-term. You're going to have a second draft class, and you might have a franchise quarterback drafted in next year's draft. You start off the year with Fields in year 2. You hand it over to the rookie. Or Fields just plays well enough to keep the job, and you're winning. So my dream is for Fields to hit year 1 and we win 10 games. I think it's Broncos in London, so we get that road game in Tampa. The road game was in Tampa no matter what, Clancy, because the Jets are hosting the game in London. They're the home team. Tampa was not the home team. So we were going to Tampa no matter what. Shout out to Georgie. Hi, Nick. Or should I say hi to the best Jets YouTuber ever, Nick Shine. Well, thank you, Georgie. I appreciate that. Thank you for your 9-month member super chat. And thank you always for your support, man. Hope you're doing well. Jake with his 5-month member super chat. How about Clowney as JJ gets healthy? Sorry as you brought us up. Just got here. Oh, sorry if you brought it up. Clowney had a chance to come here last year with a team built to win, in everyone's opinion. It was a Super Bowl caliber team, and he chose to go to Carolina instead. I highly doubt he comes here now. That's just my opinion. I don't have any inside information to him. Stacks with a good point. Yeah, his career as a starter is on the line. If not, he goes to being a career backup who will only play in the event of an injury. That's what happens when you go to team 3. Barney says, just saw the interview with Smith. Kid seems super smart and dedicated. Good God, feeling better. I agree. I think people, as usual, Jets fans went to overreactville with the drops. Said it was a matter of focus and not technique. You could fix that. Love Bites with his 8-month member super chat. Thank you, Love Bites. Free Denmark Andy. Here, you want a little Denmark Andy? I'll give you a little Denmark Andy.
Did you see the Bobby picture? Look at that. He lost like 3 pounds. He looks good now. God. Who is that?
Gilbert's here.
Is that Wayne? Wayne? Cool down. Hi, Wayne. Hi. Wabo C?
Yo!
I feel really good looking with that cast. You all look retarded.
Jingle bell,
Jingle bell, jingle bell.
my bum.
Little Robert C for you there, ladies and gentlemen. Along with Denmark Andy, Lane, and Goober. Denmark Andy first appeared when me and Jeremy were still doing shows together last March. And then that was when he went to Sniffgate. And then he popped in another time. And then that was the third and I think final time. He popped in another time with Charles, I believe. Chris B with a comment. Arian Smith, like a Jameson Williams, Deshaun Jackson. Yeah, if you can get him in one-on-one and let him run, just catch the fucking ball. You're going to have chances, right? We know Fields can put the ball downfield. We saw him do it in college. Had some really good throws in the NFL downfield. You got the offensive line to protect. See what the kid can do. He's going to get opportunities. You want to stretch the field. Rodgers didn't do that a lot last year. But you want to stretch the field. This is a kid that does it. Stretching the field keeps the safeties back. Makes the linebackers back up a little bit too. And then you get your running game going. And then when they start inching up to stop the run, boom, we're going to back your ass up again. We're going to throw it deep. But you might not. I know we live in a world where everybody says, you got to show it to me before I believe it, right? But when I look at the offense, we have every piece that we need to succeed. You got a running back who's can take it to the house from anywhere, can catch the ball in the open field, make the first man miss, get a lot of extra yardage when you get him the ball in space. You got good backups that complement his skill set with what they do. You got a running quarterback, which is huge in this day and era in the NFL. It's never been more valuable than it is now. With the size and speed of some of these quarterbacks, you know, they are used as running weapons because they can take the hits. They're not fragile little kids anymore. They're grown-ass men playing quarterback. You look at tight end, you got a high investment, you got a blocking guy, and you got a guy who could be on the rise in Smart. So is it the most exotic tight end room? Is it all pro? No. But for what we're going to do and how Fields like to utilize the tight end position, maybe it'll work. Wide receiver, you got your deep threat in Smith. You got your can do it all in Garrett. You have a screen, bubble, jet sweep, reverse guy in Corley. You got a big target in Lazard. You got a proven veteran who's savvy in Reynolds. You got some pieces there. It's just a matter of bringing it all together. Scheme can change everything. When you're drawing up the scheme, you want these guys who have complementary skill sets. You don't want the guys who all do the same thing down the line. You need a guy to go deep. You need a guy to go over the middle. You need a guy who can block when you looks like a pass set and then you hit him with a run. You need multiple tight ends in a running offense for blocking. You need multiple running backs if you're going to be running the ball 30, 35 times or more in some games. So they have a lot of pieces there. Coach has got to bring it together. How are you going to devise this scheme? How are you going to attack the other team? How are you going to get guys the ball? How are you going to be creative? Those are the main questions. I think we have a lot of nice pieces. It's just how it all comes together. And most importantly, you have the line that should allow you to do whatever you want schematically. You want to run the ball? You got it. You want to run the ball outside? You got it. You got everything. Let's go fucking win now. Let's go win, baby. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Alan. That's why I don't want to travel. Everyone who travels gets sick. Claustrophobic, and everyone gets sick when they travel. It's not it doesn't sound like fun. Put me in a car. If I can't drive there, I don't want to go. Connor Long, just a heads up, man. Thanks for watching. I have not received. I don't know if you shipped them or when you did. I have not received them yet. Alan, I waited for you to get home. I will try to get yours out over the weekend. Sunday's probably the best bet for me because tomorrow I'm working at 9 a.m. till 2. Then I'm going right to my mother's. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if your questions are done, we don't have Boomtown today, so it's going to rely upon you guys. He has to get up early for a show tomorrow night. I will be home tomorrow somewhere in the 8 o'clock hour. So that gives all of you time to get your makeup done, get a haircut, trim your beard, whatever it takes. Tomorrow night, we're going old school hangout. We'll start off with the link in the Discord chat for the Discord members. So tomorrow night, we'll do the hangout. And then Sunday night, the big show. 8 p.m. Sunday night. Working on a guest. See what we can get. But ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit the like button, please. We got 28 of you watching. Stack is very happy right now. 28 of you watching and 28 likes. So for the first time, it aligns. Stack's always calling people out. Brian, I appreciate you being here, and you will not get fined. Tomorrow night, keep an eye out, 8 o'clock hour. I'll be on. We'll have a hangout. We'll talk some Jets. We'll have some news with what's going on. I like to see the rookies all getting their contracts done. No bullshit with that. We'll get more in depth as they're on the field. We'll have some stories. Matthew learned I have an admirer, not a secret admirer, but an admirer. That's good to know. Don't forget, We got the raffle going on still. Freeman McNeil jersey, Curtis Martin mini helmet, Thomas Jones mini helmet. Get your raffle entries in. Sunday night, all raffle entries are doubled all Sunday night. So save up your pennies. Sunday night's the night to donate to the channel. You get more bang for your buck, and we all know how you like to pay to bang. So that's the night to do it. Alan talking in code, not even telling me what game. Come on, Alan. Give me the game. I don't even know who's playing. If you're talking hockey saying this game is crazy, then I'm a little disappointed. Oh, Nuggets. Let's go Nuggets. Thank you. I got Denver winning the West. So, ladies and gentlemen, we the people coming in at the buzzer with We Admire Matt, like we admire the Goodyear blimp. Coming from Mr. Poopy Pants in the woods. Cavaliers won 126-104. $82.80 right now. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Take care. Go Jets. And watch out for Gorlock. Can you imagine that head on those legs? Scary stuff, folks. Look at the size of that head. Look at those legs. Oh, StreamYard's freezing on me, huh? Oh, yeah. Frozen. Glitchyville, baby. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
When you have a bad day, give up. Go home and sleep. Fuck it. Try again.